What can't your so ever find out about? This is very bad. After we initially met in college, we had, for about a year and a half, a long distance relationship due to one of us graduating early. During this time she would quite often send me naked photo via email. Flash forward to a year ago. We've been living together for quite some time, so no need for sending nude pictures. However, I never deleted any of her emails. One day I get a notification on my phone that my password is incorrect. Basically someone hacked my account. I reset the password and at first I wasn't too concerned, thinking that it was one of those hacks where they use your email to spam all of your contacts. Then I checked the sent folder. Whoever got into my account went through all of my emails that had pictures attachment in them and forwarded them to some unknown email made up of just numbers. I had a serious freak out and consulted a close friend about it. Last thing I wanted was her nudes to end up on all over the internet. He suggested that I periodically use Google to reverse image search the pictures I had saved. At first there was nothing. Then after a few weeks one of the pictures hit on some P forum. There were about 20 of her nude photos posted on there. Luckily it was a pretty seedy site and it didn't seem like there were a lot of eyes on her. I kept reverse searching the photo. There were no results for a while until a picture of her in very revealing position got posted on one of the amateur P subreddits. That's when I really started to freak out. I know so many people that surf Reddit, mostly guys who I'm sure frequent the NSW sections. The picture was up for 3 days before I discovered it and 2 more before I got Imgur to remove it. This was almost a year ago. Since then I've had no new reverse image search results. As far as I can tell the pictures are buried where they barely get any views, if any. None of our friends or family ever came forward saying that they saw her online. Nonetheless, if she ever found out, it would be very bad. TLDR. Delete emails containing homemade prawns. Save on a flash drive for posterity. That the mushroom sauce he likes so much is really just condensed cream of mushroom soup. He thinks I am some sort of culinary mastermind. It boosts my ego. I freaking love condensed mushroom soup. I put that crap on pasta all the time. It's my go-to peasant food. Made the mistake of showing it to an ex once. She clearly didn't love it as much as I did. That a Furby didn't actually get lost when we moved. Almost every time she packs me a lunch I eat it during my commute for breakfast round II. A hobbit's favorite meal is second breakfast. That our daughter ate a cigar when she was a baby. After we adopted our second puppy, I purposely didn't snuggle her as much as I did with our first so she would choose my husband as her favorite. He complained that our first puppy was more mine than his. Rather than him being jealous, I made sure he had the undying love of the creepy schnauzer. She lays across his neck or gazes at him lovingly, not sure if he would be annoyed or happy if he knew. Delete. Not many people get a do-over for ALs. Lucky. That our first kiss which started our relationship was the result of me getting rejected by a girl I loved. My husband is afraid of spiders. Deathly afraid. Back when we were dating, we were watching a movie on his bed. A spider ran across on his bed. He flipped out, so I grabbed a tissue and grabbed the spider and went to flush it down the toilet. Only, when I shook the tissue in the toilet, it wasn't there. I flushed the toilet and said it was all taken care of. I dated a guy for 4 years and hid the fact that I have contacts. On our first date he complimented the color of my eyes, and I denied wearing contacts, not wanting to ruin the illusion. Spent the next 4 years sleeping in them or getting up before him. Friends kept saying this is so dumb, just tell him, but the longer it went on, the worse it seemed. It turns out he had a secret too. The other girl he was sleeping with the entire 4 years. So, we'll call it even. Whenever I go to a concert or see live music without her, I tell her it was a spontaneous thing with friends that came up all of a sudden. Sometimes, I want to go to a concert without having her in my ear the whole night, making me film half the show on her phone, then hearing all of her complaints about how the music isn't as good live as it is on her iPhone. As a concert goer, thank you for not bringing her. Where my candy stash is. Yeah, my secrets are all snack related, too. That I almost stood him up on our first date because I didn't feel like showering. He told me a good while into our relationship about how he used to get stood up a lot. He played it off like he was fine and it didn't bother him, but I could see the hurts in his eyes. I don't want him to know how close I came to hurting him. We had a big butt bag of coins in our house, $70, that mysteriously went missing. It has been the great mystery of our early relationship. Fact is, I wanted to cheat on my diet without leaving a paper trail. I stole the money to buy cheeseburgers. To make things even worse, there weren't any good spots to go to a trash can on my commute home, so I just threw the bag out the window on a not so busy street. I am a liar, a thief, a cheater, and a litterbug. Damn it, Randy. That I didn't initially find myself attracted to him, but enjoyed the attention he gave me. Everyone would tell me how hot he was and I didn't really see it. Then one day I was like, damn. Now I secretly think he is too good looking for me. Hotness is something you can never unsee. I have had plenty of friends that I never saw as attractive until one random day they put on a flattering pair of jeans or a low-cut top. But after that, even if they never dressed that way again, I've been unable to see them as unattractive. She told me she had a dream that I got out of bed and fapped all over her while she was sleeping. She said she was so glad that I'm not into cooming on her or her face. But the thing is, I am really into that and want to do it to her so badly. Start taking showers together and fooling around while doing it. She may be open to the idea if she can wash it off right away. That you jux isn't my Reddit account. That I secretly read the Song of Ice and Fire at work. It's our usual Sunday evening program, and she would freak out if she knew what happens to her favorite characters in the upcoming seasons. Your GF is secretly George R.R. Martin and pens the fate of your favorite characters under a pseudonym. She knows what you do, and kills your favorites just to spite you. Every Tuesday I eat a gallon of ice cream in the supermarket parking lot. This has been going on for years. That I've slept with a lot of the people we hang out with regularly, before we met, though. As a result of too much honesty, we now have a rule stating that if it wasn't serious then we don't tell each other. That she isn't the biological mother of my cat. Take that one to the grave. That I drink out of the carton when she's not looking. We both have had our mouths on each other's genitals yet it annoys her. Your spit along the carton opening can cause the growth of bacteria much faster than if you didn't drink straight from it. Absolutely nothing. There are things she doesn't know, I'm sure. Some things that are completely mundane that just never came up. But there is literally nothing I hide from my wife on purpose. 21 plus years and it's working so far. This guy, having a happy marriage is like flying a plane while learning to build it. There's no training that can prepare you to build a happy marriage, but it will always be easier if you and your co-pilot are honest with each other. Nothing. I've never done bad things. Hi Amanda. Every night before my boyfriend gets into bed I move his pillows slightly closer to the edge of the bed and mine slightly towards the middle, making my spot bigger and his smaller. I will soon rule the entire pillow top kingdom. My wife tries this. I come to bed and my pillow's practically hanging off the edge of the bed. Joke's on her. She's more comfortable than the mattress anyway. That I can get Dragon Age for a discount at the company store but don't want to because she will play that over me getting to make love. That I think I'm the settler and she's the reacher. If this ever comes up, you lie. Lie so hard. Nice try, my wife. Unwashed dishes. Now. That I watched the first couple episodes of Daredevil without her. I will burn at the stake if that gets out. Username checks out. Sometimes I pee in the sink. We don't live together. Sometimes I pee in her sink. That I'm actually broke and lazy. That I secretly want her to put her finger in my butt. Tell her, come back with results. I am 6 ducks in a man's suit. The exact position and velocity of a massive particle. A physics joke. Don't get nearly enough of those. Throwaway account. I am a trust fund kid. I have more money in my accounts than she will ever have working at a job for the rest of her life. She's brought up me getting a job in finance since I'm really clever at managing our finances when in reality I just give it to our family's office. That I found my engagement ring completely by accident a month before he proposed and tried it on. The fact that when her and I met I was leading two completely different lives. She met the young college student who likes dogs and hiking and reading books. But when I wasn't with her I was selling drugs and riding my motorcycle all over the state looking for excitement. She has known me as the tucked in shirt, proper kind of fellow when in actuality I've been very much the opposite of that. I am clear of that stuff now that I am a father and have grown as a man. But I think that part of me is very much still in there and I am horrified that she might find out what I've done in the past and how hard I used to live. I can relate to this. Before I met her I lived my life one day at a time, looking for the next thrill to fill a void I felt inside me. Once I met her though, I realized that all I really wanted was actually very simple. That I secretly want to put my finger in his butt. If, on the off chance, you're so as you son of it, this would be a fantastic coincidence. Either way, however, I say go for it. I really hope all of you saying that you think you've settled for your so really do always keep it a secret. If one day my so ever told me they settled for me, it would be a giant blow to my confidence and it's not going to be one that I would just recover from. Crap like that changes relationships in a bad way, and will most likely end it. How much my Magic: The Gathering decks are really worth. The weird crap I get off to, and how frequently I do it. That shame and disgust every time you close the incognito tab. I don't have any huge secrets, nothing devastating, nothing I wouldn't share if asked, but there are a few things there is really no point in talking about because it will make her feel bad and not solve anything. She's pretty vanilla, our love life is good, but anything new to try that I've brought up has been met with discomfort and guilt that she can't satisfy my kinky side. She doesn't need to know how deep the rabbit hole goes. We tried a site where you both take an adult survey and it shows you everything you're both willing to do, without showing other answers. Results were, as expected, another one. She doesn't need to know when I'm struggling mentally. She has her own issues, and doesn't have the energy to support us both emotionally. I've tried to confide in her in the past, but it always put a bigger strain on our relationship that I'm comfortable with. When I'm having any sort of episode, I look elsewhere for help. On a side note, it occasionally bothers me that women can get emotional support so easily, while men have socially ingrained difficulties reaching out, and are often not met with open arms. She definitely has it worse off than me, but she always has outlets. I have to bite my tongue whenever she talks about not getting enough emotional support from our friends. I play RuneScape. I mean nothing. My Reddit name. She'll know everything about me. I suddenly felt compelled to read all of your comments, but the majority weren't even complete sentences. I got bored after one page and stopped reading. That I'm still scared he's gonna leave me because of my mental illness. That I smoke herb before I go to the gym. It has motivated me to go to the gym every day and I've lost 35 pounds over the last 4 months. She doesn't like the smell so I smoke before the gym and shower after. She wouldn't kill me, but she would be pee. This mouse is looking for friends in the comments. Comment mouse boy to befriend him. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.